Wait for it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hot Seat, your Thursday night addiction. That's right. We are back to our old separate sets. Last week was a blast with Ken and Kathy out here. It was so great to do that live in, the Hot Seat lab over here. That was a highlight of the year, I'm sure, if not the decade. Guys, tonight's show, as always, is sponsored by Uncle Steve Shake. I'm sure our moderators will throw his link for his stuff in the chat. So make sure you get yourself all of it. It's all good, all right? And we'll be doing a giveaway for Uncle Steve Shake halfway through the show. So be paying attention to these questions, all right? Because that's where our giveaway questions come from with the answers that our guest gives. All right. So, Kent, why don't you say hi to the folks?
Well, I'm glad I got here on time. Unlike last week, I was late for some reason. I had to cook for somebody. But, welcome everybody. Dave, welcome to you. We've been chatting a little bit pre-show.
Yep.
So, excited to do this one tonight. Not quite as excited as last week because I got to sit by the big guy there. So, one quick thing for everybody who came out last weekend. I had an amazing time with CJ and Mrs. CJ, Kirby, AB, Josh and Bethany, Mary and Tom, Kevin Lockett. I mean, we had quite the list there. So, did I say Kirby and Mrs. Kirby? I don't want to leave them out.
I think you said Kirby, but maybe not. But, yep, they were here. It was definitely a packed house.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not. Josh and Bethany were there, too. Definitely not COVID-friendly.
No. The camera makes it look like we weren't social distancing.
Yeah, the camera put us all really close to each other, on top of each other.
Yeah.
But
it adds 5 pounds and takes away 3 feet. That's how it works, right?
Yep, exactly. So we had plenty of room between everybody. There was no hugging or anything like that. We wore gloves and masks the whole time except for when the camera was on. So why don't you go ahead and set the super shot price?
Oh, what do you want to do this week?
Well, I'm working no matter what. So, but I'm drinking tonight, man. It's been a freaking week.
Oh, you got to work no matter what. Welcome to reality. Let's see.
I don't like this shit.
We'll go flat 20 this week.
All right.
It'll be a nice round number.
Right on. $20 is the number for shots.
Keith Bettag said 12.
Nice. All right, Dave, why don't you say hi to the people and then
hey, everyone.
Introducing everybody.
How's everyone doing out there? I'm really happy to be doing this. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Right on. Welcome. All right, guys. Before we get started with the show and not to bring it down too much, one of our brothers in the YouTube cooking community, Big Lou, had a bit of bad news this week. His wife passed away. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that. I'm not trying to do a raising money thing for Lou. I don't know that he really needs it or if he wants it or anything like that. But I do ask that if you're a praying person, you pray for Lou and the family and the kids. His name is Robert Lewis, but everybody knows he goes by Big Lou. And he's been a guest on our show. He's in our groups. He's in our chats. So I just want to acknowledge that, a brother's in pain right now. So if you have a chance or if you haven't already, reach out, give your love, say prayers for Big Lou. He is one of the most godly people I've ever seen, virtually met, whatever. So I know he believes there's a reason, a purpose. I am not the most religious type out here, but the only faith I have is that God has a plan for me because I am certainly not in control. So I know Lou believes that, and I know that he'll be with his wife someday. But if you guys can, say a prayer for him. He is such a good man. His kids have been on his videos. They're going to be going through life without mom there. So if you can, reach out. I watched the video that Booger put in the chat and bawled. I cried. My wife was asking, what was wrong while I'm sitting in the corner crying. It's home. I couldn't imagine not having my wife around. And, just do that for me, will you guys? All right. And we're going to celebrate tonight, just as he's going to celebrate his wife's life and, have fun. All right. All right. Enough with that. Kent, I'm going to say hi to some people and then we'll get going. All right. So, people in the chat, thank you all for being here. Keith Bettag is always keeping score. Stephen and Jacqueline's in the house. Delana and Wally, Josh and Babe. A big happy birthday goes out to Jason from Easy Bake Barbecue. There's Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. Nice. Thanks for that, Joe. Let's see here. Dan from SmokeyGoodness is in the chat. LeprakonTV is in the chat. Jet D, Behind the Garage. Carmen Lopez. Stephanie Menez is in the chat. Frag Daddy, Skinner Farms, Ms. Boogs, like I said, Scent 1000, Barton's Barbecue Smoke Works. What's up, brother? Bowers Barbecue, how you doing? I think I said Delaney and Wally, but if I didn't, welcome. Dad's Incredible, Anderson Smoke Show. I think that catches everybody up in the chat. Ethan Potter, hi Dave, he's a huge fan. So you got a huge fan in the chat there.
Ethan's currently in my class.
There you go. There you go.
Ethan's going for a little extra credit.
I guess. I might actually deduct some points, but that's all right.
So any of his students are in the chat, make sure you subscribe and thumbs up. See, Tom's Food Factor, you're a little bit late, but that's okay. Camp House Barbecue. Hey, yo, what's up, brother? We'll throw some cans later. Guys, again, the super shot price is $20. Never expected, but always appreciated. I think that catches everybody up. I see Daddy Dutch Barbecues typing in the chat. I mean, what's going on? Why aren't you paying attention? All right. Cuff and Stuff. What's up, Jimmy? Grumpus on Fire. How you doing? All right. Dave, are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is some serious stuff now, man.
I know, man.
You can tell we are a professional gig over here, straight-laced.
I know it. I know it.
All right, so obviously we have Dave from Dave's Ohio Barbecue and more.
That's
you
right.
That up on me. It used to be just Dave's Ohio Barbecue, right?
Yeah, but then I
Back in the
started
day.
doing things that weren't barbecue, so I was like, just chuck a and more on there. That way, everything's covered.
Word, man. All right, Canadian Jim's in the chat. Professor's in the chat. All right, and then I also want to acknowledge that you're part of Team Louisiana Grills.
Yes,
just like
sir.
the boy right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just got finished doing. I did a tomahawk on my LG grill.
Yeah.
Turned out amazing. It looks so good.
Mm.
I just wish I could eat it now, but unfortunately, I'll have to wait. So, see,
Well,
Ava Freeze. She's a huge fan. What's up, Kit?
Mrs. CJ's going to have a good supper.
Oh yeah, they're enjoying dinner right now for sure. Let's see, Smoky Bears. What's up? Ava Freeze says she's a huge fan.
She sits next to Ethan in class. So let's,
All right, cool. All right, you ready for these hard-hitting questions? Let's get
I'm
going.
ready. Fire away.
Right. Where are you from? Where you live? Where you reside? Where you grew up? All that good stuff.
I grew up on Long Island, New York, way out there. I always tell my students, because they think their town in Ohio is small, my town on Long Island had one stoplight. And at that stoplight was a supermarket, a pharmacy, and a potato field. And that's about it. So really, really small beach town. Moved out to Ohio for college. We moved to Columbus and then ended up in Northeast Ohio several years later. And no, I didn't go to Ohio State. Are you shaking your head? I didn't go to Ohio State, Ken. I went to the Columbus College of Art and Design. So don't worry. No fear here, all right? There's
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know.
I thought this was going to be the shortest hot seat ever.
No. I am not an official Buckeye. I'm sorry. So
we got We got one of them in the chat.
All right, I'm sure. Yeah.
We got
Leprechaun. Yeah, exactly. So I went there. I worked in Columbus for several years, and then moved up to the Cleveland area. Probably, oh God, I don't know, 20 years ago now, maybe something like that.
Right on, right on. All right, let's talk about family life. Wife, kids, dogs, cats.
I'm married. My wife, Jennifer. We've been married for 16 years this past summer, which is cool. We've got 12-year-old twins, boy, girl, Josh and Rebecca, the dynamic duo. I was telling Kent earlier, the girls in my family run tall. My daughter is probably 6 inches and 30 pounds on my son, but we keep telling him he's going to catch up, but we have absolutely no proof that that's going to happen. But so I got that, and we just got a dog this summer. We figured since everyone was in quarantine lockdown, now's the time. So we've got a golden doodle named Izzy, and she's royal pain in the ass. But
I've never heard of a golden doodle.
It's a half poodle, half golden retriever.
Right.
But they call it doodle because Labradoodle was originally the original breed, and they just liked the doodle, so they kept it. I don't know. It's kind of
makes sense.
But she's a cutie. She'll probably be in here later. But yeah, so what else? I work as a high school teacher. I teach graphic design and photography to 150 something lovely high school students. Not all at the same time now, but now I have them, a couple days a week. We're all kind of spread out. So super fun job. I love it.
So tell me, do your students subscribe? Do you make them subscribe? Do they follow you?
You know what? I don't. So as a rule, I don't really. I talk to my students about it, but only if someone asks.
Right.
Like, I don't try to stand up there and be like, hey kids, make sure you subscribe. I have far more subscribers if I did that. But there's a couple kids found it, and they tell their friends. So some kids know about it. And if another kid has like a YouTube channel and they're talking about their YouTube channel, I'll talk to them about it. But I try not to really blurt it out there too much. But like obviously Ethan and Ava know about it because they're sitting here in the chat. But yeah, so I don't share too much about it. I try not to do anything related to YouTube at work because I don't want anyone to ever say like, why are you working on that graphic while you grading papers or something. So all that stays at home. I keep it all at home.
Nah, that's cool. Ken always teased me before about working.
Yeah.
And because truly, I wasn't the best, I wasn't working as much as most people do. And I could do my YouTube stuff at work. And now it's finally biting me in the butt. And now I actually have to work, no air quotes. And I can't mess with my YouTube during the day.
Hold on.
Okay, go for it.
I can honestly say, guys, that I got out there Thursday. I had to call CJ. And he was actually working all day Thursday and Friday. Thursday, he was working right up until the start of the hot seat. That's why he made me cook. That, and he knows I cook better than him. And then Friday, he was working till 6, 7 o'clock their time too. So for right now, guys, until he gets the ball rolling, the air quotes are retired on.
No air quotes. I feel like I just graduated or something. All right. Go ahead, Dave. What do you say?
Oh, I know that. I was going to say it's breaking news. I mean, the air quotes are retired. It's amazing. I'm here to witness it.
Right on. All right, we got a couple people that jumped in. Cooking 1.5. Love those guys. Mario's in the chat. Nukem Barbecue. What's up, Ray? Bad Beast Barbecue. Bad Beast, I'm in a cigar kind of group with Bad Beast, Daryl, and every day he posts a good cigar on there, and I'm so jealous that I can't smoke in my office because my office is, my living room. So Miss CJ gets mad if I smoke in the house. So, keep them coming, Daryl. I'm living vicariously through you for sure. All right, next question, and we obviously kind of chatted about it already, but You're a teacher. Tell us a little bit about that, how you got into that gig and all that.
So when I got out of college, I didn't go to college to be a teacher originally. Went to be a graphic designer. When I got out, I worked for, if you remember, CompuServe. Anyone remember CompuServe out there? That was like AOL, basically, America Online, back when you had modems and stuff. So I worked for them as a web designer for several years, and we got bought out by America Online. I worked for them for a couple more years too. And then during that whole time, I met my wife. She lived up sort of in the Cleveland area. And then, a bunch of internet companies crashed, including the one I worked at. So they minimized the amount of employees they had. Let's just put it that way. I wasn't fired. I was laid off. So decided to think of another career. And I always liked teaching all the interns and everything that we had at my job. So my wife is a speech pathologist. She works for another school district. So I figured that would be kind of cool, get a teaching degree. So I went back to school, got my teaching degree. Art was always my best subject. And since I was a graphic designer, I figured why not? And so got my degree in art, got a job. I actually originally taught 5th and 6th graders for 4 years. That was fun. Not my speed. I basically took that job knowing that eventually I would wait for a high school position to open up and then switch to that building. So after 4 years, one of the high school teachers retired, and I scooted my way up to the high school, started teaching. When I was up at the high school, I first taught drawing and painting and like all that and ceramics and things like that. But then the teacher who taught the photography and computer classes moved to a different district, and that job opened up. So I jumped on it because that's what I did when I was a graphic designer. I mean, I love Photoshop. So worked out perfectly. And I've been doing the Photoshop gig now and photography for probably 8 years, maybe, I think, probably something like that for a while. I've been teaching for 15. So there you go. Is
it everything you hope for and more?
I love it.
And all that good stuff.
You can, not that my students will answer right now, but my class is not your typical high school class by any means. It's me telling stupid stories and kids and conversations and, having fun. It's more relaxing than anything because they're working on computers and they're doing things they want to do. So it's kind of a chill class, and I enjoy it. I hope my students enjoy it. I won't speak for them, but they seem to.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got a super sticker shot thing from Heather Baker, which is Mrs. Pickles. So Charlie from Pickles Barbecue. Thank you, Heather. Long time no see. We haven't seen you in the chat for a while. Hope all is well in Colorado for you. She wanted us to mention that Charlie's birthday is Saturday. So tell him happy 21st birthday times whatever. So we'll take a shot for her. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it.
It would be the 30th anniversary of Charlie's 21st birthday, just so you know.
Shit. Wow.
He's about 3 months older than me.
Oh, well, now you know. All right, cool. All right, so a couple other people jumped in there. Big Cat 305. What's up, Big Cat? Azrael's Pit Barbecue. Justin from Baby Back Maniacs in the chat, so you know it's going to be a good day. Justin, we miss you, buddy. Looking good out there. All right. Let's see here. Backwoods Gourmet. Scott, how you doing, brother? C. Matt Cooks is in the chat. The grumpy old gringo senior, y'all. Keith Bettag says we have 51 in the chat. Thank you all for being here. There's Jim from Suburban Barbecue. What's up, brother? Guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up while you're staring at the screen, looking at these beautiful faces on there. Jason said he turned 54. Wow, man. You guys all look good for in the 50s. Not so much Kent, but the rest of you guys look great for being in the 50s.
That's because I have a hostile working environment.
You do have a hostile working environment. It's true. All right. Let's see here. I haven't seen him for a while, but we're still going to ask his question.
Yeah.
Mega Fred Zeppelin has his lifetime question. What kind of music do you like? Do you play in any bands? Do you play any instruments? Any of that good stuff?
Let's see. I dabbled a little bit playing the bass when I was in college and a little bit afterwards. Never really did anything with it besides hanging out with friends and just, messing around.
Right.
I sang too. I've sang in front of large groups of people. Here's a fun story. Do you know who Leon Redbone is? Remember the singer Leon Redbone? Probably.
I'm sorry, I don't. Maybe Dutch knows.
Have you ever seen Elf? He's the voice of the snowman in Elf.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, I opened for him.
Oh, right. I got it.
Yeah. I opened for him in Cleveland once with a group of other people. We weren't singing. We were doing like sketch comedy. But besides that was my biggest foray into any sort of live entertainment. But yeah, I played bass, but I still have it. My son uses it now. My kids are much more musically inclined than I am. They play piano. My daughter plays cello. My son plays drums. They're much more talented than I ever was or will be, which is good. I guess that's kind of the plan, right? Music-wise, I listen to a lot. I mean, I like classic rock. Zeppelin is probably, my go-to. The Who. I love The Who. But then I also really love, like, if I had to pick one artist, it would be probably Otis Redding, just as my favorite all-around singer. And I like a lot of different stuff, though. I like a lot of old alternative, like all old new wave stuff, Talking Heads, stuff like that. I'm all over the place. I even let some rap slip in there from time to time.
There you go. Oh, boy. Yeah. All right. We got a couple more people jump in the chat before we move to the next question. Postal Barbecue, all the way from Canada. How you doing, Jabin? And then on Facebook, because you guys remember, we're also live on Facebook. David Contreras is in the chat, all the way from Mexico. So, hola, amigo. Gracias for being here. I'm sure I know that, but I just can't remember the Spanish. I actually need to be drunk to be able to speak fluent Spanish. And I can't,
He
So
told me that this past weekend. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I swear, I was telling him we got to Cancun a couple years ago, had a few pops in me, and all of a sudden I was hola gringo to the extreme, dude. I was dropping Spanish like I remembered it. So it was very cool.
That's funny.
All right. Usually the next question I ask you is, how you come up with your channel name. But
I honestly regret my channel name.
Okay.
Actually, I was on Facebook. I mentioned this to Chef Johnny. He was talking about, I think he was teaching a class on like developing a YouTube channel or something like that.
Okay.
For advice. And I told him, think about your name really thoroughly. Like, what the hell does Ohio have to do with barbecue? Like, honestly, that I hate that. But like when I was looking for names and things to do, I was looking around and like I was trying to find a YouTube name that also had like the Twitter and the Instagram handle free, so I could have them all, And I just stumbled upon it, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." And then later, I was like, "Well, that's dumb. Like, no one's going to go searching for someone doing Ohio style barbecue. It's not really a great name, but I'm kind of stuck with it now." So, and that was actually when you brought it up earlier when it used to be Ohio barbecue and I added N more. I was like trying different variations of it, and I just put the N more in there so I can put other things on my channel instead of just great barbecue. Yeah.
Right. I get that completely for sure. And I've seen a couple other people do that too.
Yeah.
So it's true. I noticed that you're close to 10,000 subscribers.
Getting up there, yeah. 9,000.
You're knocking on the door. So if you guys in the chat or catch the replay, if you're not subscribed to Dave's Ohio Barbecue and more, make sure you do. Steven and Jacqueline just put the link in the chat. Also put the Instagram in there, so thank you. Cool. Scott from Backwoods Barbecue just put a $5 super chat in there. Thank you, Scott. I believe Scott's pushing 100,000. I don't know how close or far he is from it.
Wow.
So if you guys aren't there and aren't subscribed to Scott, make sure you guys do that too. Nicholas Kinney says we need more Ohio barbecue. I think there needs to be more SoCal barbecue. So just saying, Yeah. Not that can't cooked in Southern California. By the way, I'm still eating pulled pork, dude, from last weekend. We made 2 pork butts, and then what else? 3 racks of ribs.
Who made?
What's that?
Who made it?
We made it. I put some seasoning on one of the racks of ribs, I guess. I don't know.
No, you did.
So,
You were busy making your gravy for the poutine with the braised.
but tell me that wasn't bomb though.
Oh, that was so damn good.
Dude, we made poutine and it was he's at 103. So well, congratulations for that play button, buddy. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, we made some we did braised short ribs the night before, which Kent did, and we used Wagyu short ribs from Snake River Farms. Used our thin vine wine and braised it down just gorgeously, and then we did a freaking gravy with it, made it a poutine, put it over some homemade fries. We used queso fresco instead of cheese curds because I didn't have cheese curds, but turned out freaking amazing. Let's see who Kyle Alex is in the chat. Is that Kyle Alexander? I don't know. You change your name on us? All right. Bushy Bato, what's up, Jason? Uncle Steve Shake is in the chat. Our sponsor, our love, the one we adore. Uncle Steve Shake is in the chat. Look at the flag. Look at the flag. Look at the shirt. We got to get you some.
My flag's in the barbecue trailer. So
we got Uncle Steve Rubs up here. There you go. Yeah, Kyle. It's there you go. Right on. All right, 1984 barbecue. What's up, John? Thank you guys for being here. Again, hit the thumbs up if you can. Super chats are $20. And Kent's about ready to take over the questions. So if you have some questions for our guest, Dave or Ken or myself, put it at Daddy Dutch Barbecue in the chat, and we will get them to you. All right. Ken, are you ready with any questions?
Yep.
All right. It's all yours, baby.
Oh, thank you. So
now he's frozen.
He froze up.
Freaking Iowa internet, I swear.
Yeah. Big moment arrives and he just freezes. Just
fails.
Wow.
What's up, Dwayne's in the chat? How you guys doing?
Oh, wait. Now there's
Oh.
Wait.
Are you alive?
All right, you're back.
Kent.
And I just had a new modem put in, too.
56K? What do you got going on there?
Uncle Steve, do you have any thick meat rub? Everybody loves Uncle Steve's thick meat. What's up? Johnny's in the chat too. View to a Grill, Side Yard Barbecue. How you doing? Ken, are you unfrozen? Are you ready to do this?
Yes, I'm here. I don't know what the hell happened, but kid probably got on the damn Xbox or something. All right. Let's see. Kyle, why no pictures of you in the Speedo at the beach? It's a family-friendly beach. That's why. You don't want that. So, all right. First one here comes from Smoking Joe's Pet Barbecue. Dave, how long is Long Island?
Good question. If I had to guess off the top of my head, I know it's from my house to the city, it was 70-something miles, 76 miles, but I know it's longer than that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's the thing about New Yorkers. They don't participate in the stuff in New York. Like, I've never been to the Statue of Liberty, even though it was at the end of the freaking island I lived on. Like, we don't go to that crap. Like, that's for the other people from the other states. So I have no idea how long it is. It's really long. It's the largest island in the United States. I'll tell you that much. But other than that, I don't know. Good question. I suggest you Google it.
There you go. I'm sure somebody's got a YouTube video on it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Scott.
I saw it. Go ahead. Ask you.
When is CJ going to get back to the real grill and not the Ninja?
Today? when the real grill starts actually paying, like actually, get views, yeah. I'll definitely get back to it. No, I shot a video today with my new Louisiana Grills Black Label pellet grill, which is not necessarily a grill. And I just put out a whole chicken video on my Weber kettle on my barbecue channel too. So yeah. I'm working, man. I'm working over here for sure. It's not all foodie grill all the time, even though it feels that way.
Oh, I wanted to air quote that so bad.
Shut your.
I read warm out.
You're the reason we can't have nice things. I'm just saying. Or is that Josh?
That's Josh. What are you talking about? Come
Uh,
on, parachutes off the wall into your pool. Anybody can jump feet first. I'm just saying.
yeah. You pulled off some moves in that pool that we will never see again, man.
All right. Kyle wants to know what kind of wood is good in New York with the fancy meats. What kind of wood they with out there? Pine number 3.
Yeah, right. Seriously. I mean,
Pine number 3.
I'm sure you got oak and you got apple and all like the fruit wood that grows there, but I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't really start barbecuing until I lived in Ohio. I grilled a lot. I mean, I grilled with my dad and my grandpa, but they don't. Neither of them ever did any sort of barbecue, any sort of smoking. It was all straight, propane or charcoal.
Right.
So, but I would imagine. I mean, I know oak trees and I know there's maple trees, so you can pretty much anything you get in the Midwest would grow there just fine. Yeah. Again, I don't even remember anyone barbecuing on Long Island, to be honest with you. Grilling, but that's about it. I mean, I don't, but then again, smokers didn't really become popular until I was long gone. So, could be a huge scene there now. I have no idea. Haven't been back in a while. The only part of my family that still lives on the island is my sister, and she does not have a house that is conducive to guests. Let's just put it that way. So I don't go visit her much because there's no room. My brother's in Arkansas and my parents are in Vermont. So we're all over the place.
Right on. All right. So before you ask the next question, we got a super shot in there. Throw one back for me. Appreciate all you guys, all the prayers for Big Lou. And you call it Coke or soda. So I'm going to take a shot and you mull it over.
I call it soda. Always have. They don't call it soda in Ohio, though. They call it pop.
They call it pop. That's what Kent calls it, right?
Yeah, pop is a Midwest thing.
Yeah. Right. They call it pop. I still call it soda. My kids and my students look at me like I'm nuts. So that's all right. I don't care.
It's funny. Right. I call beers pops.
Do you? Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm gonna have a couple pops, But
the only one they get on me is any type of like athletic footwear. I call a sneaker. Anything. It doesn't have to be the thing that most people call a sneaker. Everything is tennis shoes or sneakers. Everything's sneakers. I don't know. That must be a Long Island thing, but my kids get on me for that one too.
I don't blame your kids one bit for that.
Well, yeah. Get to know them. You might blame them. Yeah. All
right. Justin from Baby Back Maniac wants to know what part of Arkansas is your brother in? Because Justin
is from Arkansas. Yeah. He is from the booming metropolis of Mountain Home, Arkansas. It's in the kind of north central, slightly leaning towards the east. It's about an hour and a half from Springfield, Missouri. I don't know. It takes 2 hours to get to Little Rock, but that's only because there's no highways in that damn state. So it's not actually that far from Little Rock. It's just you got to take all back roads to get there.
Right.
It's actually a really nice little town.
About an hour and a half from Fayetteville, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my brother goes there often. His daughters play volleyball, and they're all over the state playing, in matches and stuff. So he's mentioned going there quite a bit.
I've been to Fayetteville a couple times for stock car races. So cool. Thunder Valley Speedway in Fayetteville. Dry county, by the way.
Yeah. They have weird alcohol laws in Arkansas. Like, in order to drink inside of a restaurant, it has to consider itself a club, and you have to be a member of it. So we went to Chili's, and in order for me to order a beer with my brother, I had to fill out a paper that said I was a member of the Chili's club and give them, I don't know, a couple bucks to get my membership. And then every time I go to that Chili's now, I can drink, but that's the only way I could order a beer. It was
that's insane.
Yeah. Strange. I don't know if it's still like that, but it was back then.
What they do is the clubs they don't have a liquor license like a normal bar or anything like that. They have a certificate of occupancy.
Right.
That way, the city can control the whole property. They control your parking. They control everything, and you have to be a member. So we went down there with 22 people, 16 guys, 6 gals, and the 16 guys had to pay their $5 membership dues to the club each night. The girls got in free.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, in a bar, wherever there's women, guys will be there. So, all right. Let's see. Got a question for you from Miss Booger, our Oompa Loompa in the chat.
Oh.
Well, she calls me a sex watch. I can call her an Oompa Loompa. That's the way it is.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
She wants to know, is that a green screen behind you, or is it real what's behind you? Because she's ready to play I Spy.
Oh, no, that's real. This is this room is the playroom / dog room, basically. It's not a playroom anymore because my kids are too old for toys, and we kicked all that crap down into the basement. But yeah, no, this is just the room off the back of the house. What do you spy? You spy the sweet rooster lamp back here? You like that? My grandma made that one. That one's sweet. I like that. Got some rhinoceroses on the wall. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff back there. It's good fun.
There you go. Have fun, Bugger. Get after it.
Okay, that's right.
All right. Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff wants to know, what is your favorite cook?
Probably ribs. I like them on every grill I've tried them on. Just baby backs are great. I just did, though, and actually the video just came up today. I just did beef ribs on the my LG 900, and those might be the new favorite. Although it's kind of like, I don't think I'd be making them too much, because after I eat them, you kind of need like a 7-hour nap. They're just like, I don't know. They're just so much meat and deliciousness that they weigh you down pretty good. But those were amazing. But I do ribs mostly. I mean, I love cooking ribs. I make them, just a couple times a month. I'll fire it up.
Oh yeah, you can never go wrong with brisket on a stick.
That's right.
It's true.
So,
on a stick.
All right, last one I got for right now, and this comes from Jason at Easy Bake Barbecue. He wants to know, do you ever cook mutton?
No, I have never cooked mutton. Trying to think, what's the weirdest thing? I've cooked like ostrich patties once. That was okay. I mean, it's kind of like if chicken and beef had a baby, and it's it's all right. More beefy than chickeny. But no, I've never cooked mutton. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't run across it often in my daily adventures, to be honest with you. Have you ever cooked mutton? Any of you guys?
No, I've never had it.
I never have.
I did lamb chops the other day. Is that close?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Isn't that technically mutton? I mean, isn't mutton just
lamb is the female, right? And the male's mutton. Is that right? Do you know? Do we need to Google that shit, or what?
Yeah, come on, Google it, kids.
Google
All I
it.
remember is the episode of
Talking over here.
There was an episode of Seinfeld that had mutton in it. That's all I remember. Jerry kept saying he ain't got nothing on this mutton. That's all I know.
All right,
Kent.
Kent's dying. Did he read something, or are you laughing at us? Mutton is an adult feat.
Kathy was out here, and she's like, who the hell just said that?
Mutton is an older lamb. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Cypress Blues in the chat. Riggs Barbecue and Specialties. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Kent has frozen yet again.
Mm-hmm. Tell your kid to get off the Fortnite.
Seriously. No matter how much money I send that guy, he can't get good internet. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, but my cable provider and I are going to have a come to Jesus meeting tomorrow. I'm telling you that right now.
There you go.
I brought new Ethernet cable, new adapters, everything. Yep. And they don't want to switch out one part, because guess what? With China closed down, they have a hard time getting them. Well, guess what? You're going to switch the damn thing out.
Go to China. All right. So Keith Bettag says mutton is awesome, especially with cream cheese in it. So there you go.
All right.
I'm sure.
Hear my wife sneeze. I heard it through the wall. Good Lord. All right. Let's ask Smoking Joe PIT BBQ's lifetime question. If money was no object, what smoker, cooker, pellet, whatever would you want to get?
There's a lot of those companies that make like the real high end custom offsets like those, but I'd probably just settle for like a good offset. The offset I have now is a Bayou Classic. It's not anything. I mean, it's held up great, and for the price of the damn thing, it's amazing. But I'd probably get like a big old custom made offset. What manufacturer though? I don't know. I'd have to shop around.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm with you. I mean, I don't need a big old trailer. I don't need a Mossberg or the Jambo pits or anything, because we're not catering or anything like that. But it does for sure.
Backline,
a backline smoker. That one, I really do like the Lone Star grills.
Yeah, I like those too.
I cooked on one at AB's house. If we only knew somebody who worked with Lone Star Grills, Justin at Baby Back Maniac.
Yeah,
that could help a brother out. I'm just saying, Justin at Baby Back Maniac. Anyway, what's that?
And send it to Iowa, where it'll get used properly.
Justin, if you work that out, I'll send you a Ninja Foodie grill. I'm just saying. All right,
that's a fair trade.
I think so. City Escape Griller, what's up, Brian? How you doing, baby? Welcome to Beer. He's another New Yorker.
All right,
very cool. Hope you're doing well out there in the. I think you're back in the city. I'm not sure yet, but you can shout it out there, Brian. All right. How did you get started doing the YouTube videos?
I originally it started with that Bayou Classic. I bought it. It had to be assembled, and I went online looking for like assembly videos, and there's nothing out there. And I just thought to myself, like, I mean, I've done video enough that I knew how to do it, and I, teach Photoshop, so I could figure, it's all kind of all the computer stuff is pretty second nature. So I just set it up in my garage, and I remember it's the first video I have up there. Yeah, I don't think at any point do you see my face or anything like that. It's just like hands putting it together, and it's just an assembly video. And actually, it was funny because I emailed Justin, I think, right after I made that video, and he's like, "It's great, but people want to see you." I was like, "Really? I don't know about that." And so it kind of went from there, and I just started recipes that I had liked. I'd always loved smoking. I had built smokers in my yards out of like cinder blocks and stuff, and I had always messed around with it and kind of progressively got bigger and bigger with my smokers. And it just kind of went from there. And then people started liking some of the videos, and Louisiana Grills started, asking me to do stuff and sending me stuff. And so I was like, just kind of snowballed from there.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you talking about Louisiana Grills, you're dealing with like Barrett and Adam and all them guys.
Yep.
Great dudes.
Yep.
I mean, just, they reach out anytime, and they've been pretty dang helpful, for, they're not paying our bills, but, working with them has been fun, and the whole group. So
yeah, it has been. It's real. And I like the way they run it. Just like, I don't know. And they pay attention to the videos and stuff. Like they sent me out a insulated like cover for my LG 900. I didn't ask for it. I just mentioned something in a video about how it's damn cold today and I can't keep the temperature right. And next thing I know, Adam sent me an email. I was like, I'll see if I can get one of those out to you. 2 weeks later, it's in my driveway. So it's great. I love it.
That's definitely not a problem here in SoCal, but
yeah, no, when I'm grilling and it's -20, I got to keep track.
That's why you need a Ninja Foodie grill.
Oh, all right, I'll look into that. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, it's too cold to be cooking out there.
Yeah.
All right. So how long have you had the channel?
I started it. The first video went up, I think, in July of 2018 or 17, maybe 17. So it's 3 years, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you started right about the same time I did, a little bit before me. I started in September 17. So I remember kind of, running into your stuff throughout the years too, or, in the beginning too. So
yeah,
we're about the same group.
Same class.
Same class, exactly. So we're in our junior year right now. So next year when we're seniors, it's going to go crazy.
Oh, it's going to be nuts.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun out there.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, speaking of how long we've been doing it, what's kept you on the grind? What are your main goals with this thing, buddy?
Once I started getting into it, really, my main goal was like making recordings of my recipes for like my kids to have, like when they get older and stuff. Like that's basically what it is. I mean, my son so far has shown zero interest in any sort of cooking, but my daughter is like, she is the bomb. I mean, she does all sorts of baking right now, and for a 12-year-old, she's pretty damn good at it. But she's doing like, she did like a pineapple upside down cake the other day or something. She's just, but I just kind of wanted to record it and have it there for, future. And then I'll be honest with you, once people started watching the stuff, and it's not life-changing money, but it's enough to buy some more camera equipment, and I kind of just kept it going. See, it's an experiment now to see how far I can keep it going.
Right. I agree with that. I have goals with it, but I get it too. It's like, every little milestone or good thing to happen, or like even getting your insulated cover, whatever. Yeah. Little things like that just kind of keep you grinding out a little bit more. And when you're having a bad week with it, or the views aren't where you want to be, or whatever, those little things help spur it on.
I've talked to other YouTubers too, though, and they're like, you gotta crack the algorithm, and you got to do what YouTube wants you to do. And I'm like, I don't really know. I have no desire. I mean, this ain't my job. I put a video up every other week. That's what I do. Every other Thursday, I put a video up, and that's it. and I've been doing that pretty much from the get-go. Very rarely do I differ. Do I go off that path? It's like Thursday at 5:30, a video goes up, or every other Thursday at 5:30, a video goes up. That's it. That's what I've been doing since, I kind of settled into a groove, and that's all I'm looking to do. I'm not looking to light the world on fire with this. It's just I find it fun, Well, still waiting for that moment where someone recognizes me out in public.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I had someone do that to me in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think my boyfriend watches you. I'm like, cool. All right, thanks.
I had someone yell it out at me in the supermarket, but it was one of my coworkers. Like I'm standing there shopping, and I hear Dave's Ohio Barbecue, and I'm like, oh, you? And I turned. I was like, oh, hi Donna, what are you doing? Like, yeah, thanks for with me.
Justin, Baby Bag Man. I almost just called him Jason.
Yeah.
Says a hobby that pays for itself sometimes.
Yeah.
Depending on how often Canon releases a camera. Fair enough.
Yep. True.
Let's see here. KC, what's new barbecue? What's up, brother? Thanks for being here, man. Always great to see you on the live. All right. You say your daughter's a baker. Have you ever brought her in on videos with you, or do the kids have any interest in getting on the show with you?
They've been in very quick little blurps here and there, but no, I've never really brought them in. And it's a really weird reason, because I'm a teacher. We go through all this training about if parents sign this form, you're not allowed to put the kid's image on the internet because there's creeps out there, and and I just have this whole thing about putting my kids on the internet. I don't really want to do it, and they haven't really shown that much of an interest in being in the videos either. So that's fine. I had made a comment once actually on your show, and I think it was when T-Roy and Justin were on about a long time ago about how my wife doesn't even subscribe to my channel. And he thought I was joking. T-Roy was laughing. Oh, that's funny. Like, no, I'm being dead honest. She does not subscribe to my channel. I don't want her to. So it's like, it's kind of just a weird thing. I just kind of do it in the backyard. And while the kids are watching TV, I got my laptop and I edit the videos, and that's about it. Now my dog is barking in the background.
Dave, you just gave me some horrific flashbacks, just so you know.
I know that was a
sorry.
No, trust me. Troy, Justin, KC were on there. They were great.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Big idiot up over there. If he ever schedules 3 hot seats in a week again, I'm gonna walk to Cali and stomp a mud hole in his ass.
Look. We had to do it to know that we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
now I know.
You figured that out in a big hurry.
Yeah, that was it was a
Home.
you know, I do that with my employees. I push them a little bit more, so it's a stress test. So that's how we know.
Bigger than you, so don't do it again.
The golden doodle wants to say hi.
Look at that puppy right there.
I know, look at this lump of fuzz. Ugh,
I love it, dude.
she's a royal pain in the ass. But anyway, she's cute.
Yes. All right, guys. You know what? Before I ask the next question, let's go ahead and do our giveaway. We're almost an hour into it. See how time flies, Dave? It's insane.
Crazy.
All right, so guys, get ready. I'm looking at top chat. We're going off of mine. Whoever gets this question right will get some Uncle Steve shake. So let's get ready. What kind of dog? What?
118.1 miles.
All right. What kind of dog does Dave have? You can't answer, Kent.
Damn it.
Wait for it. I get a lot of numbers in the chat.
Yeah.
A golden doodle. That's not it. Is that it? That's not it.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, I thought it was a labradoodle.
No.
That's what you said it was going. A golden doodle. It's Jim EQ is the big winner. Jim, give me your information, and I will get it to Uncle Steve so you can get the thing. A snickerdoodle. It is not a snickerdoodle.
No.
All right, Steve, do you have Jimmy Q's information, or do I need to get it for you, or can you handle that in the chat? Nicholas Kinney's in the chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you in there. All right, that was fun. My name is Jim. Nice. All right. Since you're a veteran at this, we're juniors. What would you tell a freshman about getting into the YouTube game? What's one piece of advice you'd give?
One, really think about your YouTube channel name before you get stuck with Ohio in it. Two,
especially if you live in Michigan.
Yeah, especially well. Yeah. If you live in Michigan, just give up. Why bother? I did not. Actually, no, I did mean to offend you. I take it completely back. But be consistent. I forget who gave me that advice in the beginning, but be consistent. Make the videos, a decent quality. The videos you watch. When something, sounds horrible and is shaky and you can't follow it, you don't want to watch that. So make the kind of videos you like to watch. Be consistent, and eventually your crowd will join around you, and it'll grow. It's not going to happen. I mean, some YouTubers it happens overnight, but if you're just doing a cooking channel, it'll grow. All three of us will grow. It grows, and it's kind of steady, and you have your high points and low points, especially with barbecue, especially in Ohio.
Right.
April to August is gangbusters, and now I'm hitting that. That slow decline into winter where no one's so it's just be consistent. That's all you got to do.
Well, one that you would really want to follow or watch is I'll give you a couple is Justin from Baby Back Maniac.
Yep.
And Jabin at Postal Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys have that certain something that it takes to get their videos to restaurant quality, you know what I'm saying? They put some real effort in their videos for sure. So, I want to be like Justin when I grow up for sure. So, and I already have Jabin's haircut, so we're good, man. So, nice. All right. So Uncle Steve and Jimmy Q are working out their stuff right on. All right. So for all of our tech people in the chat, what do you use to film and edit with?
So to film, half the time I'm using just an iPhone, and it's only an iPhone 8. And then I usually have 2 cameras running at once. So I'll have the iPhone, and then I have a Nikon D7200 as my second camera, which is a great camera, and it's not great at video. I mean, it does really nice 4K quality video, but like the focusing and stuff like that is not designed to be doing video. It's really, you have to focus it and lock down the focus. You can't keep it on auto or the thing just goes wham, 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 you know, goes in and out constantly on everything. So not great. That's something that I'm looking forward to upgrading here eventually. I'll keep the 7200 as my still camera when I'm just, you know, doing family photos and stuff. But yeah, that's what I use to film. And then to edit, I've got an old MacBook Pro 2012 version, because that was the last year Apple made a computer that you can take the bottom off and rip all the guts out and upgrade it. So I took out all the hard drives and put in like solid state hard drives, maxed out the RAM, all that good stuff. So for a 8-year-old computer, it actually still handles pretty well. That's actually what we're looking at right now. But
cool.
Thing's a beast. I love it.
Yeah, I love my MacBook Pro, dude. We got it. I think we got it in 2018.
Yeah,
Mrs. CJ bought it for us, but I don't think she's ever typed on this thing once. Not for you and me, Dutch. For me and her.
You just air quote.
Yeah, because she said us.
I love the fact that I got you using air quotes now.
Oh, I've used them before. Don't worry.
Oh no.
Air quotes for working. Yeah, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
All right. I know we talked about the LG 900, but what other cookers do you roll with out there?
I've got the LG 900. I've got the Kraft Cheese Weber charcoal grill. That was my best buy ever. Like I barely ever buy anything new. I buy used stuff off of Craigslist. And there was some guy whose mother won a charcoal grill in some sort of Kraft cheese write-in contest or something. So it's this brownish Weber, and it's got the Kraft cheese logo on it. And he said it didn't work, which means he didn't know how to use it. And he sold it to me for $20, and it was brand new. And that was my best buy. I've got a Weber Smoky Mountain that I love. I use that a lot. The Bayou Classic offset, and then I've got the Weber Genesis propane when I'm in a rush, and the LG 900 obviously. Yeah. Oh, and I also have a Blackstone that Hobo Nichol gave me. So Hobo Nichol lives about 30 miles south of me. We met up at the restaurant supply store a couple maybe a year ago. He was getting rid of it. He was going to throw it out, and he asked me if I wanted it, so I took it off him, and I use that for smash burgers and things. It's great. It's only a 18-incher, but it's awesome for free.
I have the 17-inch Blackstone, and it works just fine. I love it.
Yeah, I love that thing.
All right, I see Chef Johnny's in the chat. How you doing, Chef? Good to see you in there, buddy. Let's see here. I think that covers me to this point. Dutch, are you ready with some questions, bud?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Hobo, Leprechaun wants to know, Dave, what did you and Hobo cook together?
Hobo and I didn't cook anything together. We honestly met in the parking lot of Restaurant Depot in Akron. We walked around, looked at cuts of meat, and then we went our separate ways like two ships in the night. That was it, man. I mean, we have not cooked together. Maybe someday. But, there's social distancing. I don't want to get too close to Hobo. So, I don't know where he's been.
I'm smart.
Well, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
I figure if I can go out and cook with a bunch of Californians, you guys should be able to cover 30 minutes with no problem.
Yeah, we should, but we haven't up until now. I think Leprechaun's around here somewhere too.
Yeah, he's the one who asked what you cook together.
Yeah. Well, so maybe someday soon we'll get together and do a Northeast Ohio cookout when it's not -30.
Well, you were talking earlier that you added and more to the back of your channel.
Right.
I had it Daddy Dutch Barbecue and Cooking because in the winter months, right behind this is one of my 3 Blackstones that I just totally abused during the winter.
Yeah.
Because I pop a back door with a fan in it and, I'm cooking right inside.
Yep. I'll roll the smokers into the edge of the garage all the time just to get them out of the rain and snow and open a window to get a draft out there and kind of cook away. Yeah, got to do it.
Well, when I'm running them outside, I just show our Midwest white sand beaches from December to March. So
yeah. I hear you.
Oh, Justin, I just sent Hobo a text. Told him his ears must be burning.
Nice. Lep said Brooklyn, Ohio.
Yep.
There you go. Yep, that's just south of Cleveland, kind of.
All right, Tom's Food Factory says, as another Ohio transplant from New York, does Dave have a line on him where to get tri-tip consistently?
Kent and I were talking about this. I have not seen tri-tip out here. I don't know if it's just not. I guess there's just not a cut they do out here. It has to be somewhere, but like the butcher I go to, I've never noticed it in the case. I've never asked the butcher either, but maybe I should. But like any of the other places I go, I get a lot of meat from Costco. I get a lot of meat from local supermarkets and stuff. Never have it. I have no consistent line. You probably have to get it shipped in. I have no idea where to get it.
Speak of the devil, Hobo's here. Why are my ears burning?
I was talking about the Blackstone you gave me, Hobo, and how much I appreciate it.
Dan from Mr. SmokeyGoodness says try Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. All right. There's one of those sort of near me. I can check it out next time.
All right. Let's see. I got one more question for you real quick. And that's from Kyle. He wants to know, of all your videos, which one's your favorite?
Probably I took an old Weber Genesis, like an 80s model, and refurbished it. I gave that one to my dad for his birthday, and he still got it out on his deck. And that thing will not die. I love that one. It's just, my dad was always a really good cook. I can remember as a kid going over to other people's houses and the other dads asking my dad to cook the meat at their house, like, because they would screw it up. And so he was always a really great cook, but he also always bought crappy grills. He always bought like the bargain basement odd lot grill or something. And, 2 years later, it would be rusted out. And so I decided I was going to get an old Weber and completely redo it and get it like back into pristine condition. And he's been rocking that thing probably 5-6 years now. And it hasn't shown any signs of giving up. It's probably 30 years old. It's great. And that's probably my favorite video, just for that reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We lost Kent. We froze and he disappeared. I think he had to step away for a hot second.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and get back to my questions. I told you Hobo's in the chat.
Yep.
How do y'all? All right. So let's see if I'm getting anything else. All right. Anyway. All right, guys. We're over an hour in. You're still going strong, Dave? You good?
I'm fine.
All right, cool. All right, let's talk about your inspiration to cook the barbecue, anything like that. Where does it come from? Where do you find your ideas, your inspiration, niche, whatever?
Where I find my ideas, I usually it's just either I'll see something that someone else cooks and I want to try it,
right?
Or I'll read about something. I'll go, that sounds great. My inspiration to start cooking came from my dad and my grandpa. They were both grill experts. They were good on the grill. So yeah, but I know it's funny. If you go through my recipes, I don't have anything on my channel that's really all that exotic. Nothing out in left field. It's all kind of like down the road, and that has to do more with like my family, because I know what my kids and my wife and my in-laws and everyone will eat. So I kind of keep it sort of like down the middle of the road, because that's if it's too spicy or it's too this or it's too that, I'll be the only one eating it for a month. So I tend to have kind of just simple, basic recipes. I tend to try to develop ones that like as a starting point. Like I just did a rib video that's like it's like the base rib video. You start with this and then slowly add different things to it. to develop your own style and your own recipe and things like that. So, yeah. So basically, I just try things I want to try. Like I know you said you would cook some tomahawks tonight. I just picked up a couple of those. I've never cooked them before, so they're sitting in the freezer waiting to go. Did beef ribs. That video went up. Just stuff I want to try, stuff I like. That's where it comes from.
What's funny is the tomahawk steaks are like the biggest ripoff.
Oh yeah.
Because you're paying for so much extra weight, but
right, that you're never going to eat. Yeah,
but it's still fun. It's still cool to hold up one of those things. And
oh yeah.
All right, so Josh from Skinner Farm says, "What do you think about the Oklahoma Joe's offset?" I don't personally have one. Dave, have you ever seen it?
I don't have one, nor have I ever used one.
No, I know there's a fair amount of people out there that have one.
Yeah.
Dutch has it. He has a Highland. I know Meat Cranium Barbecue and Reviews has one. I mean, a lot of offsets, the mid-level offsets, probably all do what they say they do. Maybe need a mod or two in there. But I don't think it's big money for those things. So
no,
it's probably a great starter offset if that's what you're looking to go for.
I mean, I'm sure it's pretty similar to that Bayou Classic I have. It's a good mid-range, like offset. It's you're not probably going to enter any competitions with it, but I've seen them in shops. They look great.
I guess if you do the right mods, if it needs it, or if you're a good pit master, you can do whatever you need to do with it. And I have a Royal Gourmet offset that was $89 on Amazon. Learned how to do a couple mods on it, and now it does everything it's supposed to do. It's a good offset. So
yeah.
All right, Kent, you're back. You ready to take over the questions again?
No, I don't have any more questions right now.
I've answered everything.
All right, guys. If you have any more questions for our guests, put it in the chat at Daddy Dutch Barbecue, please. See, the tomahawk is great and is easy to handle. Name one steak that has ever done more for you.
Okay.
That's true. I mean, you got a point, Justin. All right. You were talking about your beef ribs and, the tomahawk, whatever. Do you have a favorite thing that you like to cook, or are the beef ribs your new favorite?
I mean, they might be my new favorite. But again, it's kind of like the problem finding good ones, like just in the local shops around here. It's tough. So that's why I don't cook them that often, because, when they show up in the butcher, I got a butcher one town over from me that I go from, but I feel like he's extorting me every time I try to buy something a little bit different. Like, geez, he's putting a payment down on his boat.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, so I like them, but the problem is finding them without explaining the receipt to my wife.
Yeah,
that's
true. It's the advent of the internet has definitely made it a little easier for us to get that stuff. But you're gonna pay a premium. You go to something like Snake River Farms or Wagyu or Wayne's Wagyu or whatever. You pay extra for that stuff, so it all becomes like a once in a while type thing. You can't make that your daily grocery list. But all right, is there a signature dish that everybody wants you to cook for them when you guys get together? When it's a non-party?
Like a part? Well, my friends that come over, they request the pork belly burnt ends all the time, like just for the appetizer. That's such a stupid, simple, recipe. It's so hard to screw those up. So that one, signature dish, you know what? The Thanksgiving turkey. I've completely taken over. Like, no one else is involved in that. Yeah, that's all me. Yeah. I made the comment last year, I had my in-laws and my parents and everyone's over for Thanksgiving, and I did the turkey. I mean, I had a hand in everything else, and everyone got done with dinner, and they turned to my wife and said, "Jennifer, everything was wonderful." And I was like, what do you mean, Jennifer, everything was wonderful? You made some freaking mashed potatoes. Get over it. Like,
you opened a can of cranberry sauce. What the hell?
Everything was. I did the whole damn turkey, like, single-handedly. Anyway.
Oh, I love it.
that's my go-to. That's the one.
Hey, I'm with you. Thanksgiving is a big boys freaking Super Bowl, man. For sure.
Yep.
I love it, man. Very cool. All right, Ken, I've seen there's a couple more questions in there. You want to ask them before I get going?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff wants to know, what is your go-to flavor or seasoning for pork?
Ooh. I use, if you ever watch my videos, I use a lot of maple sugar. Like instead of brown sugar, I substitute out brown sugar with maple sugar quite a bit. I even have I have maple trees on my property, and I even have like a whole series of 3 videos on how to tap them and make your own maple syrup in the backyard. That's part of the reason why there's and more in my channel. But so yeah, maple stuff tends to be what you got there?
Competition pig powder. That stuff is the truth right there.
Is it really?
It's so
I've
good.
Never tried it. I should.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But yeah, that, I mean, if I had a signature thing that I would use, it's definitely maple. I always have some way of putting some sort of maple powder, syrup, sugar, something into my cooks. I love it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just different. It's different than brown sugar. It kind of cooks the same way, but it gives you a little something different than all the other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. All right. Your fellow, guy from you used to be from New York.
Yeah.
City of Griller wants to know, what is your opinion on pellet smokers?
My opinion is very high on pellet smokers. I have an LG 900 in the backyard. As CJ pointed out, we're both ambassadors for Louisiana Grill, so I like it. I mean, I understand everyone does that whole, you're not controlling the fire. Get over it. It's wood. It's wood and it's burning. All right. You get the smoke. Is it the traditional way? No. Is it awesome? Yes. And does it taste amazing? Yes. So they're great, and they're easy, and they're easy. Once you've proven you can run an offset smoker, then I have absolutely no problem with a pellet grill, because a pellet grill allows me to go run to the store and allows me to mow the lawn and allows me to get all the other crap in my life I have to get done while I'm cooking.
Well,
so you were talking about your gasser, your Genesis.
Yeah,
I got rid of our gasser. I use the pellet grill for the daily quick grill. You get the wood fire flavor, and it's quick as can be. So
yep. I use I think the most my Genesis sees nowadays is hot dogs. Really, I mean, that's about it. I'll chuck on hot dogs for the kids. Occasionally, I don't know, occasionally some barbecue chicken, but that's about it. I mean, everything else gets done on the other grills.
Right.
Josh just put something to me. He says a recipe is a guideline, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, we've always talked about, my wife and I were talking about, I feel like if you can read, you can cook. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, you can put ingredients in and make a meal. But, as I've been doing this for a long time, talking with people like Dutch, there's a certain finesse, a certain kind of savvy you need to have to learn how to cook well. Like, you can get by and make your meals based off of recipes, but there's a certain kind of, way of doing it to make it just that elevated kind of a meal. I mean, do you think the same thing or no?
Yeah, definitely. You change the recipe all the time. Like, That's a starting point. I don't think any recipe I make consistently has been exactly the same every time I make it. You always tweak it. You always adjust it. Why not? That makes it fun. Might stumble upon something amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Dwayne wants to know, do you have any favorite fresh fish preparations?
Really, the only thing I ever really grill fish wise is salmon. And I usually just go lemon and butter with it. I find with fish, I don't really try to complicate it much. Salt, pepper, lemon, garlic, and butter, and call it a day. Maybe some dill if you're looking to be exotic. But but besides that, I just go straight up, butter and lemon. And I don't really cook all that much fish, to be honest with you. When sometimes when I'm up in Vermont at my parents' house, if we go fishing, I might cook up some bass or something. But that hasn't happened in a long time. So usually, salmon, I'll cook that. Yeah, that's it. Simple. Lemon and butter. That would be my answer to that one.
I'm telling you, shellfish on a grill. Yeah. And let me tell you how I know this because of this last weekend. Real quick, Tyron, what's up, brother? TNT Barbecue. How you doing, brother? Kirby, while he was here, while we were doing the burgers and whatnot, he went and bought some lobster tails. Used Uncle Steve's Gator Shake on him. I believe it was Gator Shake, right? Little butter, little garlic or whatever, and did those on the Weber. And just outstanding, dude. I love grilled shellfish.
Actually, I think he did them on the LG because it was fired
up.
No,
he set up the kettle.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he told me, yeah.
That part. So.
All right, keep going. Sorry, brother. I just had to interrupt a little bit.
No, you reminded me of that lobster. My mouth started watering again. All right. One last question for you, and this comes from Hobo Nichol BBQ Testing Laboratories and Print Shop. The syrup you gave him.
Yeah.
How long is that good for?
I still have stuff I made 2 years ago down in my basement. So, I mean, I don't think it goes bad. You haven't used it yet? Crack the damn jar open. It was like a year ago I gave that to you. Have you made pancakes? Jesus. I
don't know. I don't think of pancakes when I think of Hobo.
Yeah.
I think he's a waffle kind of guy.
Yeah, he is. He is a waffle kind of guy.
He's a waffle kind of guy, but he puts the chicken in the waffle and puts it in the waffle maker.
Yeah, and then instead of like, he don't make breakfast awesome. He puts bourbon in his coffee while he has that waffle for sure.
Mm. Yeah, all the time. It should keep for a while, Hobo. You're fine. And if it causes any sort of illness, you didn't get it from me.
Call the school board.
Yeah,
you got it. So, all right, that's what I have for right now.
All right,
cool. All right, guys, we're getting to the end of the questions. We're gonna start asking the fun, silly type questions. So, make sure you guys get ready to do the playoff. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Kent has to interrupt me. Go for it.
Actually, I have to go with Tom's Food Factory here.
What do you say?
Hobo actually puts coffee in his bourbon, not bourbon in his coffee. It is a very good point, Tom.
That is a fair difference right there. VA chick puts bourbon or puts syrup on her baked beans, not bourbon. Shit, sorry. All right. If Josh and Babe are still in there, they enjoyed that bullet bourbon that I had. That stuff was pretty damn tasty too. So anyway, tangent. All right. Zombie apocalypse happens. What are you taking for your kitchen and where are you going?
Let's see. Zombie apocalypse happens. Taken from my kitchen. Probably my big electric griddle that I have, the Big Daddy. Use that thing more than anything. From bacon.
Where are you going to plug that in?
What?
Where are you plugging it in?
That's true. Can I bring a generator too, or do I only have to?
I mean, if you got a generator in your kitchen, I mean, let's just.
All right. Well, but that's only one thing. Then I guess I'd have to just go with like my largest cast iron pan.
Attaboy.
I'll bring that with me. How's that sound?
And where are you hiding? Are you going back to Long Island?
No, God, no. That's going to be the center of all the death, isn't it? Like, it's an island. You're trapped. Why the hell would we go there? Because no, I probably. What?
Zombies can't swim. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I can't swim either, though, Ken. So, well, eat me on the beach. I'd probably go up to Vermont. Go hide in the mountains somewhere. I've gone to Vermont every year of my life since I was 3, so I will continue that trend. There's got to be some godforsaken hill somewhere I can hide on.
Kyle said, go to Iowa. That's not a bad option there.
No.
Just hide in the cornfields.
Zombies are allergic to corn, so you can hide in the 8-foot tall corn stalks.
There you go.
Little known fact there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here's the play. All if Hollywood was going to make a movie about Dave, his channel, his life, the students, whoever, who's playing Dave?
If it's about my life when I'm older, it's got to be John Goodman. I mean, I got the plaid and the size for it. Let's see. If it's younger, who's a
Kevin
big guy?
James?
What?
Kevin James?
Kevin James? Yeah, maybe. Although he's
already a goatee now. Kevin James is looking like more rugged lately. He's got the facial hair and he's shaving his head.
I'd see they'd probably cast like Jonah Hill or someone like that.
Yeah, right. I got a couple Kevin Jameses. There you go.
Give him a pair of glasses, he goes Drew Carey.
That's true. I mean, that's Cleveland too. So there you go.
And you know what? I watch The Price is Right every morning now.
Yeah.
And I love Drew Carey.
It's great.
I love this show back in the day.
Yep.
Cleveland Rocks. Bill Murray. I don't see Bill Murray.
I don't see Bill Murray.
Maybe Brian Doyle Murphy. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Come on, guys. Usually I get at least one woman in there saying like Britney Spears or some shit.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I could be. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to the next question. 3 channels you watch. One big, one small, and one you think should be bigger.
All right. I'm gonna venture out of, well, maybe I'll put a couple cooking ones in there. I'm currently addicted to a channel that has absolutely nothing to do with cooking whatsoever. I am addicted to The Aquaholic. It is a British guy who gives you tours of yachts. That's what it is. So
the alcoholic?
It's called The Aquaholic, as in water.
Aquaholic. Water. Aquaholic.
And I don't know what it is about the guy, if I find his voice soothing or what. I have no intention of ever buying a yacht, nor will I ever be able to. I mean, Lake Erie ain't that great for sailing. And this guy just walks around with his GoPro and in his British accent shows you all the cool stuff in the yachts. And I've probably watched 50 of his videos in the last 3 months just because I don't know why. They keep coming up and I'm like, ooh, look at that yacht. That's beautiful. So that's one I watch quite a bit. Cooking channels. I mean, I watch it. I watch a lot of the people that are on here. I watch, I guess, I don't know if it would be small or medium. I like Heavy Metal Barbecue. I watch, we go back and forth talking to each other.
It's really good.
Yeah.
When I put out a barbecue video, he'll comment on it like, bro, or like, good job, bro. But, there's, one way or another, there's a bro in there.
It's got to be a bro in there. I do appreciate his videos. So I guess, would that be small or medium? That'd be, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
And then, I don't know. I have some other, trying to think of ones that I watch that I consistently, I mean, there's a lot that I watch that don't have anything to do with cooking, because after you get done making a cooking video, the last thing you want to do is watch a cooking video. You ever watch The Outsider?
No, I've never heard of that one either.
Outsider is this guy in Canada who, for the past 3 years, has been building a log cabin on his grandfather's property in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know.
And he does a video about once a week, once every other week. I watch that one pretty religiously as well. Yeah. I like a lot of building. My favorite show on TV is This Old House. Always has been.
Bob Vila back in the day.
Bob Vila. He's 3 hosts ago. Come on.
Well, I haven't seen it since Bob Vila.
But I watch that pretty much every week. That's my show. My kids love it. I don't care. I love it.
I watch tons of other things besides cooking channels too. Like there's van life people I watch because they just travel around the world, or whatever.
Yep.
Overlanding, that type of, the Jeep stuff, all that stuff is fun to watch for me. And
I've been watching a lot of Airstream camper videos.
Oh, right.
I got dangerously close to buying a gutted 1976 Airstream this summer, but I decided against it at the last minute. But that would have been the new YouTube channel, me redoing an Airstream. That would have been.
Wow, that would have been so cool.
But I decided against it.
Right on. Hobo put in the chat that Justin from Big Back Maniac should play you if they ever make a movie about you. So there you go.
I mean, yeah, he's younger.
Yeah, Mark Roper. Honestly, and I feel almost embarrassed for admitting this, but I spend a lot of time watching TikTok, and that it gets you get into this black hole of TikTok. It's ridiculous.
It's because of the algorithm. They know, they learn what you like and they give you what you like. It's it's like crack.
It's either like barbecue or chicks with lightly clad chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Or chicks barbecuing, whatever.
Chicks, yeah, a lot of that.
Cooking bacon.
Yep, making bacon. There you go. All right. Who else has jumped? I've seen them go back and forth. Sorry. Oh, my kid got me addicted to Mark Roper. Yep, I watched him. He's that freaking spinny thing he did for people's porch pirates. Did you ever see that? That's insane.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've put a few videos on TikTok. It really hasn't done much for me.
No.
But it's easy to edit. You just combine videos that you take on your phone, so it's a lot easier to edit. But you gotta figure out your little niche with it and go with it. Let's see here. If you could cook with anybody in history, alive or dead, who would it be?
My go-to for this is always, since I'm in the Cleveland area, Michael Simon, the TV chef.
Mm-hmm.
He's got, I don't know, 3 or 4. He's from Cleveland, lives in Cleveland.
Yeah.
His barbecue place is here, Mabel's, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I always like his stuff. I've been to probably 3 of his restaurants now, and it's always been, excellent. So I probably want to cook with him. He seems like he'd be a hoot. I'd like to cook with my grandpa.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so cool.
I never got to do that when, I was younger, and because I had, again, the interest hadn't developed yet, kind of like my son right now.
Right.
I would like to go back and do that.
It's funny is, from what I remember, my grandmother never let me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
She ran the show. She's a little Sicilian lady. She ran the show, but they never let us in the kitchen. Like her or my stepmom or whatever, like the little Italian ladies, they were very, very possessive about their
right.
Shit. They were there.
See, and so
that pisses me off.
Problem. I had the opposite problem. My grandmas would let me in the kitchen, but both my grandmothers were horrible cooks.
Oh shit!
They didn't. They honestly, and then my mother and dad will tell you, like, my one grandmother used to put ketchup on spaghetti. That was just like that kind of thing. My grandfather was the best cook in the family by far, so that's why I'd like to go back and cook with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man, for sure. That's the other thing is my grandma never taught me I got one Italian recipe out of her, and I haven't done a video with it, but I never. My grandfather was German, my grandmother was Italian, and they both were obviously off the boat. They're fluent. They never taught us how to speak Italian or German or anything like that. I wish I would have, had that time with them to learn that stuff for sure. Yeah. All right, Oso's Barbecue's in the chat. What's up, Jimmy? Appreciate you being here, brother. Hope all is well out there in Torrance. He's a few miles down the road from me. Let's see here. Ava Freeze said, real fans of Dave's Ohio barbecue still here. Right on.
She's really looking for that extra credit.
That extra credit for sure. Thank you for being here so long, Ava. I really appreciate it. And I know Dave does too. That's very cool. All right. Let's see here. Not that we wish anything happened to you or any ill will, but what would your last meal on earth be?
God, and it might be simple, but it would be a New York egg sandwich.
Right.
Like from a deli in New York, bacon, egg, and cheese on a New York roll, and just give me a big glass of iced tea and let me go sit down and enjoy it. That's the thing I miss the most from growing up on the island. I used to work in a bagel shop in high school, and I was the moron that had to get up at 4:30 in the morning on Saturday to fire up the ovens. Great thing about that job was me and my buddies would go hang out till about 2-3 in the morning, and then I'd drive them all to the bagel store, make them breakfast before the boss got there, and then they'd go home and sleep. I'd work my shift till about 1 in the afternoon or so, and then I'd go home and pass out and then repeat the process again Saturday night. So that was always fun. But yeah, New York, I love it. We go back whenever we go back to the area and we always get breakfast, find a deli and get breakfast. That's what I would
do. The bagels, are they really that different in the city?
I mean, in the city, probably. I mean, I'm out on the island, so probably someone from the city would scoff at a Long Island bagel. But I mean, a lot of the places actually go through the process of boiling the dough and cooking them the real way, and you will notice a difference. Definitely chewier, has a more of a skin on it than bagels Midwestern bagels. So yeah, there's definitely a difference, and they're good. So is the pizza.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Dogfather's Barbecue's in the chat. What's up, brother? Hey, tell us what the score of the Laker game is, because I don't have it on in here. Let's see. Lakers are up, I think, 2-1 in the series. Let's see if they can close it out, get to the championship. All right. Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore? 4 people you'd love and admire. They don't have to be like celebrities or anything.
They don't have to be celebrities. 4 people I love and admire. I'll say, well, I don't want to put my wife on there. That'd be weird.
No, we encourage you put the wife on there.
Yeah, is that the first one? Because I was going to say I should get her out of the way and just put her up there. She's not going to watch this. She's never gonna watch this at all.
She's not subscribed to me?
She's not subscribed to me. What are you talking about? Why would she subscribe to you?
Fair enough.
No, she doesn't watch very many cooking channels. But okay, I'll put her on here on the off chance that one of her family members watches this. She'd go on there. Who else? Probably both my grandfathers. They were both unique in their own ways. One for cooking, one for sense of humor. And well, I gotta think of a really good one for this last one. I don't know. The man who thought of putting meat over fire, whoever that was, or woman. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
We don't know. Whoever came up with that one, they should be put on there as well. That would be a good one.
All right.
So a caveman, my grandparents, and my wife. There you go.
I love it.
Caveman.
The caveman.
Yeah.
All right. Ethan said he's still watching too, so make sure those guys get extra credit. All right?
First of all, Ethan, I know full well you signed on at the very beginning, then you disappeared and you did something, and now you came back at the end just to see if it was still there, and you put your little comment in. It's just like when I put the online lessons on there. You guys watch half of it and then you phone it in. Don't even start with me. You were not watching this the whole time. But anyway, we'll talk about it on Monday, pal.
Yeah. All right, Ethan. I'll vouch for you, dude. Just subscribe to me.
Subscribe to CJ, and yeah, I'll give you some extra credit if you can prove
there
it.
You go. Let's see. Terry from Madwood Barbecue's in the chat. I thought I said Carrie's in there, but if I didn't, hey Carrie, how you doing? I swear to God, I've been listening the whole time.
All right.
So you know he's not lying
into it.
If he took time to capitalize it, he's been.
It must be true.
Well, hey CJ, there's one thing about Ethan. He needs to spend a little extra day in English class because he didn't even spell swear right.
Oh, Ethan, doing Nordonia proud. Come on, buddy.
Hey, listen, I was able to read what he said, so you're good.
Well, that's because you were a hooked on phonics kid.
No, I went to public school in Orange County, so that just tells you enough of what you need to know.
Well,
all right. I'm down to my last question. So, Kent, you got anything on the way out here?
I do not.
All right.
I do not have anything right now. So
fire away, because I got to wake up at 5 tomorrow. So
hold on. I do have one comment to read. Jason from Easy Bake Barbecue says there will be a pop quiz tomorrow on the entire show. So there you go.
Oh, but he can go back and watch it. That's not fair.
Well, hey, it's like getting a reading assignment in English. You go by Cliff Notes at the bookstore.
All right. I will get Ava and Ethan will get a quiz on Monday. That'll be
there you
good.
go.
Well, hey, I appreciate them being here, even if it was part of it.
I do too. They're good kids.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great that the kids, care enough to want to, spend time like this watching you. And
Yeah, they're the only two that knew about it. They talked about it in class on Wednesday, and I didn't really share it with anyone just because I didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Easy Bake Barbecue said views or views. There you go.
It's true.
Jimmy just put a question in there. You want to ask real quick?
Yeah, when I'm done typing.
All right. Take your time.
What is your favorite thing about being on the hot seat with CJ? The hell, Jimmy? Am I freaking chopped liver or what?
Yeah. I mean, Kent was my favorite thing. What would you say then?
Good answer is what I'd say.
I like that.
Just fun. It's just fun talking to other YouTubers. That's my favorite thing about it. I think it's a good time. Always has been.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Really, my last question is, who would you like to see on the hot seat?
Oh, let's see. I don't know. Has Heavy Metal been on?
I don't know. He wasn't on in the old regime, has he?
I don't think so.
I don't think
like that one. I'd like to see him on, toss him a couple bros, and
give him a bro.
Give him a bro or two. I enjoy his stuff, so why not? I'd have some good questions for him.
All right, cool.
All right.
I will. I'll reach out. That's it. I mean, we're coming to the end of the party here. So, Kent, why don't you say your goodbyes, and we'll turn it over to Dave, and I'll finish up.
Dave, great job. Make sure you remember that quiz for Monday. And please let us know how they did. I would make it at least 10 questions long.
10 questions? I will post it to Google Classroom, and they will do it.
There you go. Yeah, I agree with your selection of Ken from, Heavy Metal Barbecue, Mr. HMB, I call him. So, yeah, that would be a fun one for sure.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Dave, why don't you say goodbye to the folks, and I'll wrap it up.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. It was a good time. And I'll see you back here on the show in the chat.
Very cool. All right, Dave, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad we got to meet a couple of your students in the chat. Saw your pup. That was very cute. Glad to be a team member with you on Team Louisiana Grills.
Yep.
Very excited about that. Kent, great job as always. Thank you so much for being here. Next week's guest is Stevie Ray from the Owl's Nest.
Cool.
So he's another YouTube podcast guy. So we're going to get him in the chat. So make sure you guys tune in next week. It's going to be a great time for sure.
I already got a list of questions for Steve.
I was going to say, I don't even think I'm going to get my questions in. I'm sure we'll get plenty of people in there.
No, but thanks for hosting.
What's that?
Thanks for hosting.
Yes, I'll just be here. I'll be eye candy on the screen. Listen, guys, hit that thumbs up on the way out. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Make sure you guys cook a lot of good food. Spend some time with the family. Make sure you say a prayer for Big Lou Barbecue, please. And